for rough draft B, you're going to turn your essay inside out, or you're going to write your essay backwards, one sentence at a time. You've already written a rough draft A, and we looked at content. We found whether you had a good thesis statement, good topic sentences, good evidence, good discussion, good background. The content that you want in there should be great. You shouldn't have to worry about that. But now, you need to see if you have all the little nitpicky things done, all of the grammar and the punctuation. To show you how to do this, I'm going to use an old essay. And this essay is not the same assignment that you had. This is someone's narrative essay. I've taken all of their name and information from the essay off, so that really all that matters is just seeing how to do this. The actual content here is not what we're focused on. Simply go to the last sentence of the paragraph, copy, go to a new document, this is sentence number 1 now, paste. Now we're going to have sentence number 2. Go to the next to last sentence, and you do have to look pretty close to see where your periods are. Copy, and paste. Go to the next line. This will be number 3, and you can line up your numbers better in a little while. Okay, go back over here. The next to last, the sentence before the one you just copied. Oh, I almost got 2 sentences. Watch where the periods are. Copy. Paste. Okay. Now we are going to do this with every sentence in the whole essay. Maybe it sounds tedious, maybe it sounds totally weird, but trust me, there's some logic behind it, even if you think I'm crazy. So for the example, we'll just go through this paragraph. This paragraph happened to have 5 sentences in it, and now they're all backwards. The reason that you're doing this is because if you just read the essay from start to finish, you get lost in the story of it. You focus on the flow, not on the nitpicky little details like commas, complete sentences, fragments. Those are kind of hard to pick out. But if you take it like this and you turn it into basically a worksheet, you take every sentence out of context, and then it's easy to see, is it a complete sentence or not? Do I have the punctuation correct or not? You're going to have a few of your classmates look at this worksheet that you've created and see if you can help each other identify problems in spelling, grammar, punctuation. So you should be able to see those much easier in this format than if you were reading straight through the paper. When we read straight through the paper, we know what it means, and we fill in the blanks. So if we leave out a little word like not, sometimes we stick it in there mentally when it's really not there. Or sometimes we know the meaning because the context is there, and so commas don't seem as important. But if you take the sentence out of context, it's more clear that you need that comma. It's actually even confusing without a comma. So you're going to read through. When you complete this, you don't just make your own worksheet and you're done. You also have to look at other people's. So whoever chooses this one, you would look at each sentence. So on here, number 1, the outcomes of one's experiences depend on how they choose to handle the situation and how they decide to perceive the situation. Well, in this sentence, I don't need this comma, so I'm going to take it out. Now you might want to tell them what you did because they may not notice. Okay, there's a few ways that you can do that. For example, you can go to Insert, Comment, no comma needed after this word. If you have a hard time figuring out comments, you could just make a note and change the font color that you wrote it in, however you want, but be sure that they know what you did. Okay, so this is the basic idea of turning your essay inside out. The point is to take every sentence out of context so that you can identify the nitpicky little errors of spelling, grammar, and punctuation. Sometimes students feel that this just isn't really that important, because you want the content to matter the most. But the problem is, if you have a lot of problems with grammar and punctuation, whoever reads your paper won't consider you a smart person and therefore a credible source. So they won't take you seriously. You need to show that you're intelligent enough to write a paper that is grammatically correct and uses correct punctuation. So, for some of you that's hard. So, try something like this.